All right, there we go. So, welcome to Tiki Talk. This is episode for consecutive week 106 out of 107. We missed a week because of that stupid fucking blackout in Portugal. But hey, we're here. We're still going. All right. So for the first 23 minutes, we're gonna treat it as community night. Let me do my screen share here. It would help if I actually had it turned on. There we go. Make sure everything's recording okay. Perfect. Alrighty, Farmer, how are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Farmer and I had a call today to catch up on everything because, you know, with along with everyone else, there's obviously been a big change last week with the Seven Seas. So it was just a matter of catching up on the mechanisms there. So this offer goes for anyone in the community as well. If you find yourself a bit overwhelmed trying to figure out, how to optimize your strategy, your play style, or anything like that, feel free to just open a ticket. I'm always around. I'm happy to jump into voice chat, do a one-on-one walkthrough, help explain the game so people have a full understanding. Farmer knows this as well as I do, but the best
Yeah.
customer service is everybody in this community. So the more people we have with a full understanding of their strategies and their play styles and their games, et cetera, the easier it is for new members to come into the community and have access to, you know, a phenomenal range of resources to better learn the game and stuff like that. So, yeah, for the first half hour, we're getting closer to launching Tribal Games. I've got a specific date that I am targeting, the date being May 24th, which is the anniversary birthday of Trevor Nape Tribe. So it seems kind of fitting, and it's also my birthday. So, kind of a two birds in one stone. We've worked hard to get to this point, so it'll be fun to be able to launch it on that specific day. We will be releasing a pre-registration sign-up thing, hopefully by the end of this week, where you basically can pre-sign up for Tribal Games. We will have the dynamic wallet provider. It's email-only sign-up. It will generate you a wallet, but you will be able to connect like your Phantom wallet if you want to, or, I always recommend, regardless of whatever project it is, always use a fresh wallet. That way you keep all your assets and everything like that. With what we're putting into Tribal Games, there's no tokens, no NFTs, so you don't have to worry about holding that sort of shit. That's the easy side of things. During the pre-registration, the flow is basically sign up with email, enter your username, and that's pretty much it for the pre-sign up. It will generate a Twitter post for you that you can post, and at the end of it, and this is where it's going to be a lot of fun, is there's going to be a free NFT claim for a new collection that's kind of like the unified collection for holders. Again, it's a free NFT just to be a member of the community. It doesn't cost you anything. I think just the micro transaction cost for Solana, it's core NFT, so it's like 0.0002 Solana or whatever it is. And that will be, actually, I won't leak what collection that's going to be because I'll keep it a bit of a surprise, have a bit of fun. But they will be customizable. There will be a trait pack store, the whole 9 yards for it, just to have a bit of fun. Again, this will be a community-based NFT and a fun way to get everyone involved into one collection from everything that we are consolidating. So that's Tribal Games as a whole. We will be releasing with a minimum of one game, maybe two, and then we're going to aim at introducing a new game every month. We've kind of had a bit of fun in the participation levels. There will be a couple of different pools that people will be able to participate within the one game. So, if you're someone who likes to really, be a part of the community with absolutely minimal exposure to everything, there's a base pool, which is like 0.1 Solana. If you're a complete degenerate like myself, we will be going all the way up to 5, 10 Solana entries for the pools, and they are based on game strategy. There's no way to whale in any of these games, so every player stands a fair chance. All of the pools are kept completely separate. That way, the larger pools don't overshadow, the smaller pools and things like that. So, yeah, we've done a lot of work on the back end. I'm building a kind of central leaderboard system, the whole 9 yards, to kind of make all this fully functional and get it to that point. The vibe that we're kind of going for, just so people know, we're not looking to build games per se. Games I define as, the pretty in-depth things from like Web 2. And, for any of the quote game builders out there, if it's going to be about pure enjoyment, stick to Web 2, pay the couple of bucks subscription every month or buy the game on PS5 or Xbox or whatever. What we're looking to do is to build the game apps, the smaller, quick, easy releases that are a bit of fun, the type of games that you play in the bathroom in the morning, or if you're laying in bed, trying to fall asleep and you can't sleep and you pick up your phone to play a couple of games. That's the sort of vibe that we're looking to build with tribal games, very arcade sort of vibe. So yeah, look forward to that May 24th. As soon as the pre-registration stuff is up and available, I will absolutely provide all the details as soon as they are released on our end. For those, again, outside of our ecosystem, with people, if you're looking at the structure of Discord, we have added a new category called Web3 Game Chats. These are Web3 games that are not built by myself, the team. I don't have any association with them other than Stepleet in there, of course. We kind of figured that, hey, if we're going to be building out this gaming community, I'd rather our community be here chatting with each other in our servers rather than bouncing around to a bunch of different servers. So, as time goes on, I will be adding, more game channels there so users can kind of sit and talk strategy for other members in our community. Now, this comes with a very, very, very big disclaimer. Do your own research. I'm not responsible for any of these projects. I don't have any communications with the teams of these projects. I don't have any influence on what they do, things like that. These are just games that community members can request to have a channel set up that they can kind of sit and talk to each other and, keep it within our community, so to speak, if that kind of makes sense. We have done some simplification on Discord roles as well this week. We created a new role, which is the tribal games role. Everybody who has an NFT from any of our collections will have that role, as well as the individual roles. So we've done that. We've removed a couple of the game specific, so Trip and Ape Tribe specific or Seven Seas specific channels that weren't really being used. And again, trying to create that centralized ecosystem for our own games and also just a community for gamers in general. Seven Seas, obviously we had some big updates kind of this week. The other day I talked about streamlining the emissions to a weekly, but I got, I think, outvoted on that one by the feedback. So we will be keeping the daily claims and send-in emissions to the dailies, and then all of the weekly ones we will be adding to 1 day a week, just to keep it super clean and simple. 2 seconds here. There we go. Yeah, to keep it super streamlined and simple. Outside of that, we got about 14 minutes to go before I can actually make the announcement for the night. So I guess this is the fun point to open it up to the community. If anyone has any questions about any of the updates, from Tribal Games to Trip and Ape Tribe to the Seven Seas, throw the questions in the chat, or feel free to have a bit of a chat on stage too, if you would feel like it. And then there was silence. I can see Breezy typing there. The games, I do have an application in with Solana Mobile just to get the developer account approved. They're kind of weird with the apps that they do take. They have to be built for mobile first, and because we go web-based, I'm not sure how they will go. But Stepleet will qualify for the Seeker thing once we get that through, because that is built for a specific mobile first experience. So we are working primarily on getting that one there. We also have our chat application coming out, which we have a development application in for that as well, as we have a mobile built specific version of that. So yeah, I'll keep you updated absolutely as that comes along. In terms of filling up, I'll kind of mention some of my strategy here with filling up the rings on Seeker. Staking Seeker makes a big difference. Also, making the currency swaps in the Seeker wallet app makes a huge difference. So I maintain level 4 just by having some Seeker staked and then doing my daily transactions and kind of one of my walking apps on there currently, and that keeps me kind of in that level 4 range, which is good. So yeah, that's apparently the staking makes a huge difference. Also, going in and leaving reviews on apps. Most of the reviews are pretty trash reviews. People just not really saying anything at all, just to kind of get their staking things. But hey, is what it is. But yeah, that's kind of the feedback on the Seeker side.
Yeah, I'll say if no one's going to speak up, I did want to say it was quite a good thing in terms of the extra channels that you're putting up in the platform in the Discord. 'Cause I think it feels natural, whereas a lot of the games that were here, if we're talking about the last however many months, if not years, there's various games under under your umbrella, as shall we say, with different communities that are there. And I think we're at the stage now where each community has entered this ecosystem for not different reasons, through different means, shall we say. But we met through one, and then I'm sure others have met through others. So I was saying to you earlier, all it takes is for one of these other systems to effectively do well, and if one does well, then everyone does well. And I think this one here is probably the most likely to do well. It's always nice to have that element of it there, and also it's kind of having that element of looking out for each other. I think we've had first hand experience, not here, but we've had first hand experience of other projects who are potentially not necessarily doing it wrong on purpose, but still doing things wrong to make a quick buck. And it's nice to have one sole place where we can at least give that warning or even bounce ideas off each other. And if one person decides to invest one sol instead of 10 because of something that's been said within those groups, then I'd say it's succeeded. It's succeeded. It's the right way forward. Sorry, I'm burping at the same time. That's the whiskey for you.
Give me 2 seconds here.
He needs more rum.
It's a whiskey night tonight.
I just need 1 minute here. Hang on.
Oh. In other news, is anybody watching Man City versus Everton by any chance?
Not a big soccer.
I take it we have no proper football fans, or soccer if you're in America.
Almost done. Hang on. Sorry. I'm just taking a minute.
Yeah, it's also baseball season, so you lose me to
See,
that. Watching something.
Baseball is something I know I would like if I got into it. There's a few American sports, but in the UK, for whatever reason, other than the Super Bowl, nothing really gets shown. Like I grew up a big basketball fan, like a huge basketball fan. And then over here we've got cricket, but I seem to find that I'd probably like baseball if I had the chance to watch it. Same with ice hockey. I love ice hockey, but over here you've really got to search through the high numbered channels to find some sort of game being played.
You might try Fubo, FUBO or Fubo, I think.
Yeah,
It's a streaming app, and you might be able to get it. It's basically Disney sued them to try and keep them out of streaming professional sports or sports in general,
Okay.
and they lost the suit. So instead, they just threw down like $3 billion into their coffers.
Nice.
All
That's
righty.
what you want.
I am allowed to announce now. We are now coordinated. So I have just posted in the Tribal Games chat the update for this evening for people to take a look at. And read through.
Well, it's 4:22. I'm going to do that and read.
And then people can just do a thumbs up or let me know when they're done reading, and I can run over everything, fill people in on what's going on, and kind of what this means for Tribal Games.
Flux, is that time traveling apes or time traveling chimps?
Yep.
I saw them pop and wondered why. That makes sense.
What do you mean, pop?
I saw them like run in price.
Oh yeah, I just swept for the treasury
Yeah,
a couple of minutes ago.
yeah, exactly. Oh no! This was I saw you do it like 2-3 days ago.
Oh no, that wasn't me. That
Oh.
I just did a sweep then. They had so yeah, basically I'll run over it. Kind of remember how we merged all of our collections into the Seven Seas?
Yeah.
They're running
This is also a trade store, just like Trippin' Apes.
Yeah. Well, so basically, I'll run over it. So Flux Inc. I've done quite a bit of work with them on some of the stuff in our ecosystem. I met them through Shredded Apes, Fox, who is a brilliant founder there, and they actually built the Trippin' Apes platform for us using their IP. So we worked at a kind of a license purchase for that, so we could actually own the code and then build on top of it. And then they've done a bunch of stuff from the Shredded Apes dashboard staking for us and things like that. Over the last couple of weeks, going back and forth, we've had, I have discussions with a lot of founders in the space, and, they provide me advice, I provide them advice, and one of the conversations we were having is, the difficulties navigating the markets in this day and age with everything going on. Kind of broach the topic of basically an acquisition that would allow their community to continue on a very strong route as a part of a larger community, as well as the value of all of their IP that it could bring, a larger type community. So after a week or so of negotiation, and that went through, I think, 2 days ago or whatever it was. So yeah, we've now acquired all of the IP, all of the utility platforms, including the traits, including staking platforms, including what else? Storyline adventures. There's a bunch of stuff under Flux Inc. that they've spent many years, 4 years, building out and running with clients and things like that who will be taking over the services for. As well as obviously having their own token, which we inherit, and kind of the two NFT collections. But as I mentioned in the announcements, and I'll mention now, both Portal Beasts and Time Traveling Chimps are going to be merging into one core collection. 2 seconds here.
Is he jumpy for anybody else? Farmer?
Am I breaking up for anyone?
Oh. Yeah, you're coming in and out. I thought it might have been my reception, but now you've said that. You keep.
I think it's your wire, the wire that's shocking you.
Yeah, every time I touch it, it does a disconnect. So I'm avoiding touching it. Is that better?
Yeah, I figured because it feels like every time when you would it feels like when you would move in your conversation,
Yeah.
it's when it was.
Well, I like to
Yeah.
pace when I walk, so I sat back down. I like to pace when I get
No.
excited talking about shit. But yeah, they're two core collections, Portal Beasts and Time Traveling Chimps. They're going through a merge into a new collection, which we are going to be renaming Arcadians, which fits into our tribal games theme. All of these NFTs are very retro arcade comic book theme inspired. We will be adding some really fun utility for those in the ecosystem. But more importantly, we will be welcoming all of the existing Flux Inc. community members into tribal games. So, following the space, I'll jump over into their Discord and fill them in on who I am, what the plans are, and the whole 9 yards on moving forward. So, with that, I'm not going to give any details with it. A few core team members of ours have seen it, but another fun utility part is there's a really, really fun, interesting game that we inherited as well that we'll be launching with Tribal Games. And I'm super, super excited for that one because it's 100% built, ready to go. We just make a few small modifications to it. But yeah, all of that IP will be transferred over the next 2 weeks. We'll update a bunch of stuff on our end. We'll introduce some new fun things for the ecosystem. And then, specifically for these collections, they do have a bunch of traits. So we'll open up a new trait store with all of the available traits. So people, if they choose to, can have a bit of fun in playing with the collection and, having a bit of fun.
Very cool. The artwork is very cool.
They've been around for a minute. They were doing stuff with Jelly Rascals back in the day too.
Yeah. They, as far as their utility platforms, like they started off very, very, very strong when no one was doing any of this stuff. So yeah, they were a service provider for a lot of different projects. And these guys, I've known folks now for quite a while through Shredded Apes, and again, just working with their developers. They're one of the few stand-up crowds that I've been happy to work with and collab on a bunch of stuff. So yeah, very excited to be able to step into this role for their community as well. And kind of it seems like a win-win all around. We get some fun new collections. We get a bunch of IP. And then for their community, they get to onboard with us and find themselves in a very strong future as we release tribal games and build out this Game Hub platform. Let's do a refresh here. I think Magic Eden's bugging ever since. Oh, there we go. Ever since devs all left. But yeah, just on the screen, kind of highlighting some of their artworks from the rarest commons. You got some Gandalf, some Bill and Ted, some Expendables, some WrestleMania, some Mad Hatter, Willy Wonka, Ash Ketchum, some Freddy, some Jason down below. And then with the Portal Beast, again, very comic book theme inspired. Let me just do a zoom in here. And keeping in mind, again, I just want to make sure that people do know this. There is a burn mechanism for these. So these two collections won't get any perks. It's only the merge collection that will. And there's a mechanism where you burn 3 of them to merge into the new collection. So, once I have the full details on that, I'll provide all the information to everybody so they can, if they choose to pick up a couple and to create 1 or 2 of them, they can. And it'll be a very, very smooth, fun process to integrate this collection into our ecosystem.
So could I ask then? Is it the same as what you've done already, whereby if you have 3, you can burn them effectively for 1, but you can choose which one of the 3 you're burning, which one of the 3's artwork you're keeping? Sorry.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Oh, sweet.
it's 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 loosely modeled. I remember talking to Flux back in the day. He was asking how we merged all of the collections. So I think hopefully it was inspired by what we were doing in these collections. But yeah, they're kind of bringing them all into the one collection. Now we're just waiting on Magic Eden to update the names, and once I get access to Magic Eden to update the details, it will be renamed the Arcadians. I think that's a very fitting name, specifically for this bad boy here.
Cool.
Oh, wow. That reminds me of a neat
And
collection.
then, is there anything, because I appreciate there's different traits for. Look, I'm just talking about the time traveling chimps here, so each one's got different traits. So, is there anything whereby you could effectively buy 3, move traits around into one, and then burn the other 2?
If you use their
Or
trait store, yes, but you have to keep in mind that if you remove a trait, it gets deleted. There is no, taking off a trait and adding to another. The same with Trip and Ape Tribe. You can open trait packs and stuff like that to get more traits, but once they're on an NFT, that specific trait is burned.
okay, there is a ridiculously cool one that I'm looking at right now.
What collection? I'll bring it up.
No, because other people will buy it and it will annoy the shit out of me.
Okay, I won't show it. Yeah, there's an Ultimate Thanos. There's some really cool one-of-one artworks in this too. So, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
excited
there it is.
to have these as a part of our ecosystem and a little bit of our home.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see my evening being spent just having a look at these.
I love this one, the ET in the background. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen. It's an awesome tray. That one is. There's a few that are very cool. I'm going to hold fire on it, so I'm not going to buy it. But it's 2378, which I thought was very cool. The virtual chimp with the hat and the vest with a
in the time
Nintendo.
traveling
The Nintendo.
chimps.
Yeah, time traveling chimp. So he's got the Nintendo thingy. What do you call it? Game of thing. The old Nintendo one,
There you
and
go.
he's wearing virtual glasses. I don't know why his mouth's is that sewn up. I don't know.
Yep.
Let's have a look. Yeah,
Hear no evil,
yeah,
see no evil, speak no evil.
yeah. So I thought that was very cool.
All right. So, any
What?
questions on that one? I'd say over the next couple of days, we'll be seeing some of the new holders come into the chat. I'll add some holder roles for those collections as well to make it super simple and easy. But yeah, any questions on it from the information that I can release now? Happy to do so. But yeah, hopefully that all of this I think should be finalized in the next 10 to 14 days. And yeah, then we have the utility added a new staking platform that'll have some rewards and stuff like that, which will be kind of fun.
Yeah, it'd be good. I mean, by all means, like it'll be up to them, but it'd be good if in the next 14 odd days or even 3 weeks, get some of their community up on the stage and we could all welcome them in. It sounds like they've been around for a long, long time, or the project's been around for a long, long time. So
yeah, I mean
it'd be nice to.
that's something we'll definitely set up. I think for next Monday. I may even get
Yeah.
Forks to come in and talk a bit about the community and stuff like that. The same with every project that we onboard and stuff like that. The thing to remember is, this is a group home of everyone with like and interests, gamers who love games, who love utility, who love crypto, who love NFTs just for, the artwork and appearance and stuff like that. It's one of the very few projects that I love doing it for this reason, that it's not just about pure extraction. It's actually about being a part of something, which is what the NFT space started off being in the original days.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So on that note, I'll kind of wrap up the recording here so we can get back for next week. So thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.